How to install the HP DesignJet SmartTank T800/T900 printer series. In this video, you will see how to assemble and set up the printer. We will first unbox it, assemble the stand, basket, and then configure the printer. The process will take about 90 minutes. Before you begin setting up the printer, make sure you gather all requirements. Certain assembly tasks require 3 people to complete them. Minimum space required is 3 × 3 meters, 118 by 118 in. Let's use A4 or letter as minimum requirement to perform the printhead alignment. The recommended is A3 or tabloid. Required tools: Torx T25, 1 Torx T20 key, included in the box. You will also need to connect the printer to the internet via a local area network. Note: be sure to follow the software installation instructions. Note: LAN cable not included. Important: printhead is pre-installed. Note: some bags of parts in the box have a label that shows a letter and part number. Please don't remove the bag of each part before you reach to the corresponding assemble step. To assemble the printer, you will need the following parts and items. Assembly instructions: printer, tray, * only for SFT 858. Stand pieces: left bottom cross connector, A. Right bottom cross connector, B. Left front leg, C. Left rear leg, D. Right rear leg, D. Right front leg, E. Bottom cross tube, F. Basket fabric plus tube, G. Rear cross tube, H. Brackets, I. Top crossbeam, J. Screwdrivers and screws, Z. Ink bottles, power cord, cable cover, 2 refeed preventers, * only for MFP T908/T918. Assembly preparation. Remove the protective sheet and cut the straps. Remove the carton corners from both sides of the printer. Open the box and take out the pieces from the in-box material. How to assemble the printer stand. Important: some pieces are identified with a label that includes a letter and part number. Please make sure you review these before starting the assembly. Locate the different types of elements for assembly, Z. Note: there are extra screws. HP recommends completing the assembly on a table. Remove the 2 bottom cross connectors, A and B, from the box. Note: they are symmetrical. Position both bottom connectors, A and B, on a table with the pins/connectors of both bottom connectors facing inwards. How to prepare the stand assembly. Assemble the left side. Insert the left front leg, C, onto the front of the left bottom cross connector, A. Note: the holes must face inwards. Insert the left rear leg, D, onto the rear of the left bottom cross connector, A. Note: the holes furthest from the end go at the bottom. Important: check the holes of the legs and connector align. Fix the legs in place using 2 T25 screws on each side. Assemble the right side. Insert the right front leg, E, onto the front of the right bottom cross connector, B. Note: the holes must face inwards. Insert the right rear leg, D, onto the rear of the right bottom cross connector, B. Note: the holes furthest from the end go at the bottom. Important: check the holes of the legs and bottom cross connector align. Fix the legs in place using 2 T25 screws on each side. Identify the bottom cross tube, F. The holes in the letter L must face towards you. Important: note the position of the holes on the left bottom cross connector, A. Insert the bottom cross tube, F, diagonally into the slot on the left bottom cross tube connector, A. Fix the bottom cross tube, F, to the left bottom cross connector, A, with 2 T25 screws. Insert the bottom cross tube, F, diagonally into the right bottom cross connector, B. Place the stand upright and make sure the 4 wheels are locked. How to assemble the basket. Important. If you have purchased the HP DesignJet Sheet Organizer and Stacker Kit with your HP DesignJet SmartTank T918 MFP, follow the assembly instructions of the accessory and then continue attaching the printer to the stand. Unroll the basket fabric, G, and insert the rear crosstube, H. Connect the left and right brackets, I, diagonally into the rear crosstube, H, by pushing them into place. Fix them in place using 4 T25 screws on each side. Note: 2 people are recommended for the assembly. Fix the rear crosstube, H, to the rear legs with 2 T25 screws on each side. Slot the 2 tubes into the basket frame, G. Insert the tubes into the slots at the front of both bottom cross connectors. Push them firmly into place until you hear a click. Remove the top crossbeam, J, from the box. Note: there are letters to indicate the left L and right R side. Make sure you identify the front and back of the stand. Position yourself in front of the stand and carefully connect the top crossbeam, J, to it. Fix the top crossbeam, J, to the stand with 4 T25 screws on the left and right side. Attach the printer body to the stand assembly. Important: 2 people are required. Remove the tray. Open and pull down the plastic cover. And remove the box. Lift up the box. 2 people are required. Pull the end caps up a little, 1, and remove them, 2. Uncover the printer by tearing open and pulling down the bag. Important: 2 people are required. Move the printer close to the stand, then with 2 people, lift the printer body by holding the base. Important: 2 people are required. Caution: take care not to catch your fingers. Lower the printer into position onto the top crossbeam of the stand. Important: 3 people are required. Caution: take care not to catch your fingers. Use a third person to adjust the stand position and guide the printer into the correct position. From underneath, fix the right side of the printer to the stand with 2 T25 screws. Note: there are marks on the printer that indicate the position of the screws. From underneath, fix the left side of the printer to the stand with 2 T25 screws. Note: there are marks on the printer that indicate the position of the screws. Packaging removal. Important: this step is only needed for HP DesignJet SmartTank MFP printers. Locate the 2 refeed preventer mounts on the scanner input platen. Clip the 2 refeed preventers into position on the mounts. Remove the orange tape from the top and rear of the printer. Open the main door. Carefully rotate and remove the 2 pins from inside of the printer. Then open the printhead carriage door. Remove the foam and close back. Open the roll cover and remove the retainers. Remove the 2 spindle tapes and the cardboard. Close the roll cover. Remove the tapes and the desiccant bag. Remove the HP Virtual Assistant label from its bag. Note, you will find both black and white labels. HP recommends to use the white label for these printer series. Attach it to the printer in a place where it can be easily seen. HP's Virtual Assistant is always there to troubleshoot issues at any time of the day or night. Set up the printer. Connect the power cable. Connect a LAN cable, not included. Note, if you prefer to connect via Wi-Fi, no need to connect the LAN cable. Please follow the instructions on the control panel. Route the Ethernet cable and power cable through the cable clips. Install the cable cover. Note, make sure all the covers are closed before power on the printer. Once all the cables are connected, check that the printer is on. System setup. Select your preferred language. Then confirm the system language. Select your country and region. Connectivity setup. For connectivity setup, you have 2 methods, wireless or Ethernet. The printer will connect to the internet to check for required updates. Once connectivity setup finishes, the printer will automatically search for firmware upgrades if available. Ink system setup. The control panel will now guide you to fill the ink tanks. Open the right front cover. Pull down the blue handle. Open the ink tank cap. Important! The first time you install a new bottle, you will have to push out a sealed disc inside the lid. Do this by pushing down on the bottle while it is connected to the spout until you hear a click and ink starts flowing. The ink will stop flowing on its own when the tank is full. To remove the cap, twist a quarter turn and the cap will pop off. Do the printer geometry, only 2 ink bottles can be installed at the same time. We recommend installing black and magenta, or cyan and yellow. Important! Before you begin installation, make sure you select the ink bottle and install it in the correct ink tank, or the ink tank will be damaged. There is no color lockout, so pay close attention to the colors when you install ink. Insert the ink bottle into the ink tank. Before you remove the ink bottle, check the ink tank level and make sure that it is full. Check that the ink bottles are empty. Remove the ink bottles from the ink tank. Close the ink bottle and twist a quarter turn. Close the ink tank caps of each one of the ink tanks. Once the tanks are full, close the right front cover and continue with the ink initialization process. Startup will not complete unless all colors are filled to at least the low SHAID pin. Tap Preparing Ink Initialization on the control panel. Once the process is finished, the control panel will show a confirmation message reading Ink cartridge installation successfully completed. Print head alignment. Note, the printer uses the A4/letter page format for the print head alignment process. The printer will automatically calibrate for best print quality. Select the paper source and follow the control panel instructions. It's recommended to load A3 or tabloid on the tray to perform the print head alignment. If your printer doesn't have a tray, you can load a single sheet in portrait. The printer will start with the automatic print head alignment. Once the process is finished, the control panel will show you a successfully completed automatic print head alignment. Printer and software setup. The printer will automatically generate a unique pairing code to continue software setup. Go to hpsmart.com/go to complete the printer and software setup. Note, HP Smart Setup and pairing the printer can be performed after completing the out-of-the-box. Find more helpful videos on our HP Support YouTube channel.